Hey YouTube, Eugene here. Hope you guys are all well. Here in the great Canadian city of Montreal, Canada. Took the kids and the wife away for a weekend vacation, and got my brother here with us, so just sort of planned a weekend thing and quickly got away. And in doing so, I was thinking to myself, what fragrances should I take with me? Like, I don't want to take a whole whack of things, so you know what? Ultimately, I said I'm going to take two fragrances that I love. Just two. I'm going to wear them all weekend. And I'm going to sort of do a fragrance journey for you guys. Two fragrances I brought with me are, they're completely different from each other, not comparable whatsoever. One is completely masculine. One is borderline unisex. Could even border on the feminine side. I'll introduce them here. I got from the house of Chanel, my one of my favorites. We got Egoiste. Opens with a blast of harshness. It's the first time I tried this, I was like, oh my god, what is this? Why do people talk about this so much? I was actually quite turned off, and it wasn't until my third or fourth wearing where I said, wow, I can see why people love this stuff, because it is quite the fragrance. It's actually something I love, I enjoy. I've put a pretty big dent in my bottle. I've had it for about 2.5 years. Very hard to find. Not available in Canada. Available some department stores in the U.S. I think it's just Bloomingdale's. I could be wrong. If you want this is available in Europe. Online, eBay maybe. Online would be your best bet. Amazon. Chanel actually took it off of its North American department stores just because it didn't really fare well in the American public. People were not interested in this fragrance, and Chanel actually said that it was too sophisticated for the average American consumer. So believe it or not, and they pulled it off the shelves. Anyway, it opens up very harsh, very masculine, a typical 80s harshness, and only to bloom. Roses come out. You get a nice blast of rose, some cinnamon, and a beautiful, gorgeous vanilla dry down, sweetened by an ambrette seed, a musky ambrette. There's no animalics in here. Ambrette is a vegetable musk, so you don't have to worry about any animal ass in this. Beautiful scent. I absolutely love it. My wife wears this from time to time. She enjoys it too. She's not really fond of the opening as well. So if you can get past the opening in this, you're good to go, guys. This is a powerhouse fragrance. It's very beautiful. I'm wearing it today, and I absolutely adore it. So this is one of the fragrances I'm taking on my journey with me, and the other is none other than the much talked about, much hyped about Dior Homme Intense, another powerhouse. My two favorite designers, Chanel and Dior, leaders in the designer game, bar none. This to me opens with a blast of florals, iris. I get a loud note of pear, a little bit of powder, and dries down to a nice buttery leather. Just beautiful. This, I love to wear this in the winter, in the fall. For the summer, I save my Dior Homme more so for the summer. But it's got quite a bit of siblings: Dior Homme Sport, Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, which was released just recently in the last 6 months or so. So this is something I love to wear as well. And just kind of like wear these around the city and document, what I'm doing really, and have you guys follow me around, kind of, hope it's something that you guys will all enjoy. So, I've had this for about 2 years or so. I had this, a friend picked this up for me at the duty free he was on his way to Germany to visit his parents or his in-laws or something like that. So for 100 American, he picked this. I asked him to pick it up for me, and he did. And it's well worth the money. This I actually got off of, also very hard to find. I got this off of Kijiji. For you Americans, I'm not sure if you guys have Kijiji. It's a type of Craigslist. So got this off of some older woman who had it sitting around her house and didn't even know what it was. So I picked this up for about 80 bucks as well. Both very hard to find, but if you can get your hands on them, they are beautiful fragrances. Two of my, not even designer, two of my all-time favorite fragrances. If I were to make a top 10 list of all-time fragrances, these would both definitely show up on that list. So guys, just I'll go around the city. I'll show you Old Montreal. That's where I am now in Old Montreal. Planning on going to the hockey game here. The World Junior Championships is opening up in Montreal this weekend. So we have Canada and Slovakia playing. I don't have tickets as of yet. We're going to try and get some tickets from some scalpers. So hopefully we'll be able to get some tickets. Just plan on doing some sightseeing. Hopefully we're going to go see the Notre Dame Basilica here, the old cathedral in Montreal. That's a site that we'd love to see. I haven't been in Montreal in about 20 years, and the last time I was here, I was probably rocking a vintage Calvin Klein Obsession. Yeah, so that's how long it's been. I don't even remember what Montreal has to offer. It was hazy days for me back then. So we'll see. Guys, stick around, and I'll show you around Montreal. Thanks.
Nice. Boxing Day. Canada just scored. 1-0. Canada 1, Slovakia 0. Junior Ice Hockey Championship here in the Bell Center in Montreal. Passionate about hockey. It's the start of tradition. Brought my kids, my family. Hopefully we can associate a win here with a fragrance memory.
Goal for Team Canada. Scored by
Got Dior Homme Intense. Game just started. See what happens. Long way to go.
Hey guys, I'm just here in Old Montreal. Just really want to share this with you guys. It's something amazing to see. The buildings are wonderful. It's really quiet here Saturday morning. Just had breakfast at a beautiful restaurant called Holder on McGill. Just a stunning city. This is actually Old Montreal. People are out and about. It's pretty quiet. Just something really nice to see. Got some music going on over here, right outside the restaurant. Guys, I'm here in Montreal's Notre Dame's Basilica, and I am absolutely blown away by what I am seeing here. This place is fantastic. It is the biggest cathedral in North America, just 2 feet shorter than the Notre Dame they have built in Paris. This place has played host to tons of events, including the funerals of Rocket Richard, Maurice Richard, the famous Montreal Canadiens hockey player, president of the Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Trudeau, the wedding of Celine Dion, and host to the Montreal Orchestra. This place is just massive and beautiful. First thing I smelt when I came in here was You Got It church incense. Smells very old. Looks very rustic. It's actually the first Gothic style church built in North America. Just wow. Oh, I forgot to mention with me, not sure if you guys can see that, I got my Egoiste in hand. There's nothing else I'd rather have for this event, but this isn't about fragrance. This is about the beauty of this cathedral. Just
Hey YouTube, Eugene here, back home in Toronto. Thanks for sticking around. For anyone that cares, Canada won the game 8-0, so go Canada. Won again last night and the night before, so looks like we're on our way to maybe a medal. Who knows? Anyway, back to Dior and Chanel, Egoiste and Dior Homme Intense. Had a chance to wear them again today. Wore them both at the same time, like I actually layered them. I took the boys ice skating, so I put on 3 sprays of each, like right on top of each other. And for the opening 10 or 15 minutes, I say this completely overpowered the Egoiste. I didn't smell it at all till about 15, maybe 20 minutes after. Then it started to come through, and they started to even out. Anyway, I'll break these guys down for you a little bit more. I don't want to take up too much time, but I'll do what I can. Anyway, this came out in 1991, and it was done by Jacques Polge, head perfumer of Chanel. Obviously, he's done pretty much everything in the last, God knows, probably since I've been alive. And it is, I couldn't really find out what genre it is, but I'd call it a spicy, let's say woody musk, something along those lines. I wouldn't really call it a spicy oriental, but it's not far. Anyway, the notes on this would be tangerine, rosewood, coriander, damask rose, sandalwood, vanilla, and ambrette. And I just actually looked those up a little while ago. On the way home from Montreal, it was a 5.5-hour drive, and I bathed my arm in Egoiste, and I was just kind of smelling it on the way home. Give me something to think about and help pass my time. And I rediscovered that tangerine note that I had completely forgot about. So there is a sharp tangerine note there in the beginning, in the opening, and it does last quite a while. Also, that harshness, I would attribute that partially to the tangerine note with, I said it earlier, it was a very woody, harshness. I would attribute that to a rosewood. The rosewood and tangerine really give it a sharp, harsh feeling for the first, let's say, 20 minutes, not quite half an hour. So yeah, shortly after that, you get some rose and some really spicy cinnamon, and the tangerine actually turns quite spicy as well. So after you get into the dry down, you start getting this really beautiful vanilla, a musky vanilla, and I get some dried fruits in there that really resemble, I would say, plum, a really dark, harsh plum, and maybe a little bit of cherry. And I get that right from the beginning. And when I get to the dry down, sometimes I get this, not always. That plum comes out and it sweetens the vanilla. So it's really something that it's really amazing if you can get that. I get it more when my body warms up. With body heat, this actually radiates, and it's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's when it's working for me, which is not all the time, but when it is, it's one of my favorite dry downs ever. It's really something I look forward to, but not something that I always get. So that's Egoiste. Now a little bit about Dior Homme Intense. This is a woody floral musk created in 2011 by Francois Demachet. Notes are, I'll give you the notes: lavender, iris, ambrette, and pear, vetiver, and cedar. Now, when I spray this on, I get a lot of iris, and shortly after that I get a really sweet pear note that lasts a long time, and it's almost like a juicy bosque pear note that it's also something I really enjoy. Once it dries down, it turns to me a really buttery leather. Not a little, a lot. I get a lot of a buttery feel, and with maybe just a little bit of cocoa. I know they were talking, there's a lot of cocoa in the original Dior Homme, and I think they left just a little bit in this line here. So a little bit of cocoa. As far as the cedar or the woody notes, you know what? If it wasn't listed, I don't think I would ever be able to pick it up. They listed lavender. I've read some reviews, and I've heard people say there's lavender in here. I've seen the lavender note listed. I've heard people say there's lavender in here. At first I thought, hell, I'm not getting any lavender, and I know what lavender smells like. I have lavender fragrant oil here. It is disgusting. I'm not a fan of lavender. Oh, it's harsh. I'm going to put some on my skin here. And it wasn't until I put this on where I detected lavender in the opening. So only after smelling this crap, this is disgusting. I'm not a fan of any kind of lavender. This is English lavender. My wife makes soap, so she's all kinds of fragrant oils in the house. That's really another good way to associate smells. Pick up a couple of these. You can get them for cheap, and just smell them. Smell everything. Anyway, so I smelled this. Sprayed Dior Homme Intense on. I don't get it right away, but after 10 minutes, I pick up some lavender. I'm not getting it here, but it'll come in about 10 minutes. So, and it's not a bad lavender. This is gross. The lavender from Dior Homme Intense, it's probably deep in the back. So, and they probably sweeten it up with some, I don't know, maybe it's the iris or whatever. Pear is really sweet, so it might sweeten up this lavender. But as far as lavender in this, I'm not picking up any lavender. So, thank God, I don't like lavender at all. Yeah, so that's this. This I love to wear in the fall and in the winter. For the summer, I more prefer this. Let's call this the younger brother. I don't know, it came out first, older. This is much stronger, so I would call this the stronger, older brother. This here is a little bit lighter. I much prefer this guy. He's darker, smokier. Not that there's anything wrong with this. This is beautiful. This is a little bit smoother. Probably a little bit more cocoa. I mean, I'm happy to own both. Both of these are reformulated. To me, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for vintage or looking to spend vintage money on either of them. I have vintage of this, so I'm okay with that. As far as this goes, this is reformulated as well. Perfect for fall, winter, more probably in the fall. For the summer, don't confuse this guy for his little brother or sibling, whatever. When this got screwed up and they pulled this off the shelves, they wanted to save their name, the Egoiste name, so they introduced this to the American public. Something that they probably enjoy a little bit more. This is it's got some citrus and light florals. It's a little bit more pleasing, especially the opening. I do prefer this in the summer. This I wouldn't even dare wear in the summertime. It's way too strong, so don't confuse the two. Both great scents. I prefer this by a million times over this, but I'm happy to have both. Very happy with this. Anything else? Oh, also the sprayers. The sprayers on both of these guys are fantastic. That's another great video to do, is to review sprayers, because there's so many shitty sprayers out on the market. It drives me nuts. I am crazy for a good sprayer mechanism, and both of these are awesome. This one, Dior, probably makes the best sprayers in the game, behind Creed, but I don't care about Creed. Much prefer it. Look at that. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I'll show you this. I mean, that's dangerous. This one here is great too. It's a big wide mist. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. Whew. God, that's so strong and harsh. I think I swallowed some of that. Yeah, sprayers are good. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. Guys, that's it. You know, love them both. Don't forget, Egoiste, Your Home, Intense. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow night's New Year's. Be safe. Have a happy New Year, and we'll see you guys soon. Ciao.